Hello, my lovely Leos. How's everybody doing? I'm doing an updated energetic reading for you. Let's see what's going on with you, Leos. Okay, that was too many cards. Spirit, what do we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Cross watchers are welcome. Let's see what's going on for Leo here. Thank you, Spirit. First out the get-go, coming into the past position, moving forward, we have the horse, accepting help from another, delegating authority. This is beautiful here, and I apologize, the sun is like bursting through here, so I'm doing my best. Number 26, which goes into an 8, which is the number of infinity. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you Leos, you have been learning how to co-create with others, okay? How to ask for help when needed, kind of toning down, or I shouldn't say that. I should say kind of growing out of that primal, right? You're very charismatic, usually very intelligent, intuitive, and sometimes it's been hard for you to find others, kindred spirits, people that you can work with, and I see you doing a really great job of that. In the present position, you have protection, which is a 38 coming into 11. You are being divinely protected here. Okay, as well as I feel like you folks have learned to set appropriate boundaries, which is so important. Okay, you wouldn't be delegating well without knowing how to put up boundaries. So kudos to you. In the hidden position, we have the serpent, knowledge and healing. It's coming in as a 23, which is a 5. So I feel like you've been facing a little resistance. Maybe as you are letting go of some of this control, it's bringing up, maybe triggering you or bringing up opportunities for you to heal on a much deeper level. Kudos to you, because that is a beautiful thing and it's so important. In the future position, we have a little bit of risk here. Number 40, risks are opportunities. This comes with discernment and healthy boundaries. I'm being called to remind you that nothing is set in stone, that you can take your time and go at your pace and make sure that you're fully aligned with something. So sometimes we do things and we're not sure what's going to happen, and it might feel like a risk, and maybe it doesn't turn out the way we expect it to, and the expectations can get in our way. Sometimes if we put out too many expectations and projections, it gets in the way of actually receiving something the divine has put in place for us. So as you go along, if you're going at your pace and you've agreed, this is something I feel like I should be doing, then kind of no matter how it turns out, you know that you did the right thing at that time. So it's about staying aligned, okay? We have the butterfly coming out here, also in the potential future. Absolute beauty. It's coming up as a 25, which is a 7, which just really kind of is like the icing on the cake with all of this. You're coming into your own. I feel like a lot of you are feeling free for the first time in a long time, is what I'm picking up on. Liberation. We've got the hawk, number 11, omens and messages. I also believe that some of you are really growing in your gifts. So you're kind of really in tune here. I think you're going to be seeing or feeling or hearing, however that corresponds with you, more and more confirmation of your path here. Okay. We also have truth coming out here, number 51 in a 6. So I'm actually being called to tell you that as you go along here, you need to take breaks and do kind of a personal inventory. Maybe reassess those risks. Maybe see how far you've come in order for you to stand in this truth, because it wanted to come up in the reverse here. So to maintain and sustain truth in what you're doing requires a little bit of maintenance, is what I'm hearing for you. And sometimes I will sit down and just look at what I've done in the last week, the day, the night. At night I'll sit back and look through the day, or maybe you go through a week, or maybe you go through a month or 3 months, whatever it takes to realize your progression and how you've kind of shifted things, and just make sure that everything is aligned. Yeah, we've got the warrior, beautiful. Number 51, going into a 6. This is what I'm talking about. Know that you have the power to defeat negative thinking. Learn to understand and cope with your greatest enemy, your own fear. So this is kind of the progression here as you're moving forward. Let's ask for another card. Yes, we've got the Mask coming in. Neither you or anyone else involved in your situation has the clear picture of what has happened, what is happening, and what will happen. Okay, 37 goes into a 10. This is a completion of a cycle for you. This is you kind of letting go of some of the control. And I know that's difficult for you, Leo, but this is what you're being called to do. It has brought you to the edge in certain situations, but it's allowed you to step into your freedom. We've got 36 going into a 9. Triple Trinity there. Okay? We also have Milk and Honey coming in. You folks are not giving yourself enough credit here. This is coming in the reverse. There's so much beauty in this reading, so much strength, so much just light exuding from this reading, Leo. And I think taking that time out and taking that inventory is going to help you to see that. We also have All That Glitters, and I think you folks are starting to realize that all that glitters is not gold. I think possibly that is what's stealing kind of your joy. Maybe you've come up against some things and really seen the truth of something that you didn't want to see. That might be hard to swallow is what I'm hearing. This was something maybe involving the heart. Okay. And you're being called to trust. Trust in divine timing. Trust in your higher self to bring in what you truly are wanting and deserving of. We've got ancient wisdom. That's what you're cultivating here. We also have forgiveness. Okay. So it's also really tuning into that forgiveness frequency, which, by the way, they've done scientific studies where they've hooked people up, and forgiveness, when someone goes into that forgiveness mindset, it's actually one of the highest frequencies, and it needs to go into yourself as well. There is no judgment, right? Perfectionism is not a peaceful state of mind, okay? It's coming up as a 23 into a 5, so I feel a little resistance here about this, but make sure you start with yourself first is what I'm hearing. I've got Voice of the Heart. I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. I'm going to read that again. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. Absolutely beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. Heart space energy, throat chakra energy. This whole process that you're doing right now is so full of beauty and love, and be encouraging to yourself and others, okay? You'd be surprised how many people are actually paying attention to what you're doing here. You have a lot of people that really admire you, that see you as a source of inspiration. Not that that is part of your business or your identity, but I want you to understand that you should be turning that towards yourself, okay? Understanding how valuable you really are. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. It's the quote is by Carl Jung, okay? So please take good care of yourselves, Leo. Remember to check out the description box, the store. Comment if you feel comfortable doing so. Help inspire others. Please take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. And as always, be kind out there.